In this video, all students will be able to graph slope-intercept form inequality word problems. Not equations, inequalities. For this lesson, we're actually only going to do one example together. We're going to take our time. It's going to be multiple slides. And then you're going to do the problem on the back of your notes for homework, and you're going to bring it in tomorrow, and we're going to review using your work for that. So here we go. Darren wants to score at least 10 points more on his Unit 2 test than he did on his Unit 1 test. So first we're going to make a table of values to represent this word problem. So X actually represents Darren's Unit 1 test score, and then Y is going to represent his Unit 2 test score. So let's say that Darren completely bombed Unit 1 and got a 0. He wants to get at least 10 more on Unit 2, so that means he wants to get at least 10. What if Darren got a 60 on Unit 1? What would he want to get at least on Unit 2? He wants to get 10 more, which is 70. What if he got a 75? What's the least he wants to get on Unit 2? He wants to get a 85, and so on. So what you see is that for Unit 2, he wants it to be greater than or equal to his Unit 1 test score plus 10 more. Okay, so here what we're focusing on is that it was not y equals x plus 10. He didn't want to get exactly 10 more. He wants to get at least 10 more, meaning what he gets on Unit 2, he wants it to be better than, let me get a red pen out here so we can show that. He wants it to be better than his Unit 1 plus 10, or he wants it to be at least equal to his Unit 1 plus 10. Okay, at the very least, he wants it to be equal to that, but he would love for it to be more. So our equation for number 1 is y is greater than or equal to x plus 10. And before we continue, I just want to reemphasize, it doesn't have to be exactly equal to. That's why it's not an equal sign. That's why it's not equals. We didn't say he got exactly 10 more, but he wants to improve by at least 10 more. Okay, so that's why it's not equals, and that's what makes it an inequality word problem. Okay, so now we're going to graph this. Y is greater than or equal to x plus 10. Let's see if I can get these dots on here. Okay, so x plus 10. Down here we have our Unit 1 scores. Yes, you need to fill in the x and y axis on all of your problems. And over here, we want to put our Unit 2 scores. Okay, so these are our x down here, and these are our y over here. Okay, so I'm just going to count by ones. It doesn't really matter, so I'll be counting. I don't think I can get in close enough to this graph. I'll just label every other one. So it looks like I'm counting by 2s, but I'm skipping lines, so I'm really counting by 1s. Alright, let's see if I can get in here. It's kind of hard to write on this thing, sorry. I promise I actually have nice handwriting in real life. Alright, so if he scored 0, then he wants to get at least 10. If he scored 1, he would want to get at least 11, and so on and so on. So basically, it starts at 10, right? It starts at 10 and has a slope of 1 over 1. Now, because it's an or equals to, we want to have a solid line. And now the question is, where are we shading? Where do we want to show greater than or equal to. We want to show it above. So he'd be fine with all of these scores as well, but the very minimum is represented on this line, right? So I'm changing colors. This is the very minimum that he wants, but he'd be fine with all of this as well. Okay, so this is the equation, and this would be the graph that goes with it. So where are the solutions? On that graph, where are the solutions? When I'm looking at it, where are the solutions? Well, it was a solid line, so I could say on the line. But also, oops, maybe not or, maybe and in the shaded region. All right, so name 3 solutions from the graph and what they represent. Okay, so let's see if I can go back here and find some points. All right, right here, that's a point. So that was on 114. 114. Okay, that means his unit test, his unit 1 score is 1, and unit 2 test would have been 14. That would be a solution because he improved by at least 10. What's another? How about this one right here, the one that's actually on the line? That's 414. Oh, I didn't mean to pick another 14, but oh well. 414. So what that means is his unit 1 test was 4, and his unit 2 test was 14. So there he improved by exactly 10, which is, that qualifies as at least 10. All right, let's pick one that doesn't have a 14. How about that? How about this one, 0, 12. Unit 1, he got a 0, and Unit 2, he got a 12. So there he improved by 12, which is at least 10. Okay, you don't have to pick these points. I just picked points that were either on the line or in the shaded region. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be that. I thought that was a highlighter. I picked points that were on the line. Oh gosh, that's an ugly highlighter. Not really doing that great on this video. On the line, yay! Or in the shaded region. Okay, so now your assignment is to do number 2 on the back of your notes to the best of your ability. And we will start class by reviewing that problem and answering questions that you may have. So you may not know if you got it right, and that's okay. So when you come in, we're going to review it. All right, we're going to review it, and if you made mistakes, you can change them. It's not a problem, but I want you to have something to discuss so we can start the lesson tomorrow with that. All right, thanks, honey bunnies.